Welcome to the Deep Dive. We take your sources, find the core insights, and really dig into them.
Yeah.
Today, we're looking at a story many of you know, but we want to peel back the layers. It's this powerful, ancient family drama full of scarcity, deception, and then these unexpected reunions. We're aiming to explore the human emotion, the complex motives behind it all.
Exactly. And our mission, if you will, for this deep dive is to really meticulously unpack that initial, very charged meeting between Joseph and his brothers in Egypt.
Right.
We're looking for the surprising facts, maybe things you haven't focused on, the psychology at play, and, the immediate impact this has on Jacob's family. It's kind of a masterclass in consequence.
Okay, so let's set the scene. There's this devastating famine across Canaan.
Right.
Jacob, the father, he sees his sons just sort of standing around. And he basically says, why are you just looking at each other? I hear there's grain in Egypt. Go buy some so we can live, not die. Simple survival.
Purely practical, yeah.
But, and this is key, Benjamin, the youngest, Joseph's only full brother, he's kept back. Jacob's terrified something, mischief might happen to him.
That fear is palpable right from the start.
It really drives things.
And it sets up the drama perfectly because, unknown to them all, Joseph, the brother they sold, the one they think is dead, he's now basically the number 2 in Egypt.
With the governor, yeah. He's the one selling grain to everyone. Their survival is literally in his hands.
Incredible irony.
So his 10 brothers arrive. They need food like everyone else. And the source says they bow down, faces to the ground.
Just as his dreams predicted years before.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But here's the twist. They don't recognize him at all.
Not a clue.
But Joseph knows them instantly. And what does he do? No big reunion. He made himself strange unto them, spoke roughly. Why so cold?
Well, it's not just being mean. It's a test, right? A really profound one.
Okay.
When he immediately accuses them, you're spies. You've come to see the nakedness of the land. There's a few things.
Like what?
First, it challenges them directly. How will they react? Are they still the same fractured group?
Interesting.
And second, it instantly flips the power. Now they are vulnerable, pleading, just like he once was.
Right. Puts them on the back foot immediately. And their defense is, well, desperate.
Totally. They insist, no, we're true men, honest guys. We're all sons of one man. We were 12 brothers, they say. One is not, meaning Joseph, who they assume is dead.
And the youngest is back home with our father. They're basically laying out the family situation for him.
Exactly. Confirming details he already knows, which just tightens the psychological net he's casting.
But Joseph doesn't budge. He doubles down on the spy thing.
Yep. And then he lays down the law. Here's how you'll be proved, by the life of Pharaoh, and that's a serious oath in Egypt.
A big deal, yeah.
You won't leave here unless your youngest brother comes.
Wow. So bring Benjamin or you're stuck.
That's the deal. An inescapable decree, pretty much.
And his first move to enforce this is pretty harsh. He throws all 10 of them into prison ward for 3 days.
Yeah, just locks them up.
What's the thinking there? Just punishment? Or is it about breaking them down?
I think it's more strategic. That 3 days in detention, it's calculated. It's meant to strip away their composure, force them to think, maybe to reckon with things.
Let them stew in it.
Right. Then on the 3rd day, he shifts gears slightly. He says, do this and live, for I fear God.
Adding a moral dimension now.
Exactly. It makes the revised plan seem almost reasonable, the new deal. One brother stays behind, bound in prison.
Okay.
The others can take grain home, but they must bring Benjamin back to prove their story.
And the one who stays?
It's Simeon. He's bound right there in front of them.
Yeah.
Some traditions say Simeon was particularly harsh towards Joseph back then, so maybe there's some poetic justice there.
Interesting detail. And this is where it gets really emotional, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. The brothers start talking among themselves. They think Joseph can't understand them because he's using an interpreter.
Right, they're speaking Hebrew.
And what comes out, it's not just fear, it's guilt. Raw guilt.
What do they say?
They say, we are truly guilty concerning our brother. They remember seeing the anguish of his soul when he pleaded with them, and they wouldn't listen.
Wow.
Therefore, they conclude, this distress has come upon us. They connect their current trouble directly to their past actions.
That's a huge moment of realization.
It is. And Reuben, the eldest, he makes it even more explicit. He says, didn't I tell you not to sin against the child? But you wouldn't listen. So now look, his blood is required.
He calls back his own warning from years ago.
Yeah, it's not just, I told you so. It's about this idea of delayed justice, the weight of what they did finally catching up.
And Joseph hears all this. Through the interpreter, presumably.
He hears it all.
Yeah.
And the impact. It's immense. The text says he actually had to turn away from them and weep.
He broke down.
Had to leave the room to compose himself. It shows he's not just this cold, calculating governor. He's still carrying that pain.
Still the brother they heard. Wow.
Deeply human moment. But then he pulls himself together, comes back, and binds Simeon as planned.
And then comes another twist in the plan.
Right. Joseph orders their sacks filled with grain, but he also tells his servants to secretly put each man's payment money back into his sack.
Money back. Why?
And gives them provisions for the journey, too. It's another layer of the test, mixing harshness with this hidden, well, not exactly kindness, but something confusing.
Keeps them off balance.
Completely. And it ensures they have to deal with him again. It's not just the famine drawing them back now. It's this mystery, this fear.
Okay, so they head home, minus Simeon, and on the way.
Yeah, they stop at an inn. One brother opens his sack to feed his donkey, and there it is.
The money.
His silver, right at the top of the sack.
Imagine that feeling. Shock, fear.
Pure terror, it sounds like. Their hearts sink, and they say to each other, what is this that God has done to us?
They see it as divine, like judgment.
Mm-hmm. It adds this whole other layer of dread. So they get back to Canaan, tell Jacob everything.
The whole story. The rough lord of the land, the spy accusation.
Demand for Benjamin, everything. But then comes the really big shock.
What would you say?
As they empty all their sacks, every single brother finds his bundle of money.
Oh, wow. Not just the one guy. All of them.
All of them. Now the fear is overwhelming for them and for Jacob, too.
And Jacob's reaction. It's just devastating, isn't it?
Utterly. He cries out, you've bereaved me. Joseph is gone, Simeon is gone, and now you want to take Benjamin. Everything is against me.
He connects it all. Sees it as this pattern of loss piling up on him.
It's the cry of a man who feels crushed by fate, by grief. Just raw despair.
And Reuben tries to fix it.
Yeah, Reuben makes this wild, desperate vow. He tells Jacob, you can kill my own 2 sons if I don't bring Benjamin back safely.
Extreme.
Desperation. But Jacob is unmoved. He refuses point blank. My son will not go down with you, he says.
Why not?
His brother is dead. He's the only one left. If mischief happens to him on the way, you'll bring my gray hairs down to the grave in sorrow.
He can't bear the thought of losing Rachel's last son. The trauma is too deep.
Exactly. It shows how fractured the trust still is and how paralyzed Jacob is by fear.
So the story pauses there, right? With this incredible tension hanging in the air.
Precisely. Simeon's a hostage in Egypt. Benjamin is demanded. Jacob's heartbroken and refusing to let him go. The family is caught.
Caught in this web of past guilt, present fear, future uncertainty.
And you have to think about the stakes. It's not just about getting grain anymore, is it?
No, it's so much deeper. It's about facing consequences, dealing with the long shadow of what they did years ago.
The whole process of potential reconciliation or further disaster.
Yeah, this story's really just getting started, isn't it? It makes you wonder, what does Joseph's whole strategy, this testing, tell us about him? About his journey from being betrayed to being this powerful figure?
That's a great question. How has his suffering shaped his actions now? Is it justice? Revenge?
Yeah.
Something else?
And what about the brothers? Their reaction, that guilt finally surfacing. What does it say about family dynamics? About how unresolved conflicts just fester?
Right. Does this crisis force a reckoning that was long overdue? It definitely leaves you thinking about the weight of the past and whether redemption is even possible here. Lots to chew on.
Definitely something to ponder until our next deep dive.